Come on to share with you guys a story, so I thought I would share with you guys a story as well. I'm not going to share with you my first time having sex, however. I'm going to, that's too funny for this show. I'm going to share with you guys instead, like, a couple stories from my childhood, because, like, what is our childhood really but, like, an origin story of who you are. Like, it leads to who you become. So with that in mind, here's some true stories about me. When I was 8 years old, my parents took me to the theater one night, and we were in the theater, and it was a very wonderful production. It was very nice, and my parents were very well dressed with me. And a little later on in the play, I wasn't enjoying it so much. Something in the play, it scared me. It startled me. And my dad saw this, but he didn't want to show that he'd seen this in front of my mom. So instead what he did was he acted like he was sick. He acted sick. And this way I could save face in front of my mom. And then he grabbed me and my mom and he pulled us out this side door of this theater. And there was a man. A man was waiting for us there. He was, I believe they call it a mugger. He was not happy. He was not happy. Sometimes you'll see this in muggers. And like I said, my mom and dad were very well dressed. And my mom was wearing this very nice pearl necklace. And I think he pulled a gun. Like, he pulled a gun. Sometimes muggers do this. It's one of the silly things in life. And I believe he said to my dad, "Hey, give me your money." And my dad, like, reached in and grabbed his wallet. And he was nervous because, you see, he had a gun held to him. So as he extends to give the wallet to the mugger, he's, like, nervous, and it doesn't quite get there. You understand? And it drops and it falls, and this makes everybody nervous because we don't know what the hell's going to happen. So then this mugger is thinking, "Oh, I'm not going to get any money, right? I'm not going to get anything." So he sees this necklace, right? And he lunges for the necklace. He lunges for the pearl necklace on my mom, and he grabs it. But then my dad sees this, of course, and he kind of jumps in between them. And then this makes the mugger even more nervous. So then the mugger shoots my dad. It was one of the most gosh darn upsetting things ever. And then my mom let out a cry, like a scream. Yeah, you know the kind of cry a woman lets out when she sees the love of her life's last breath being took in front of her? You probably all know. Relatable stuff, guys. And so then that makes him way more nervous. So then he shoots her and, shucks. My mom. Anyway, so then, like, I'm just there by myself, and I went back afterwards to my mansion. Look, I had a mansion, all right? Let's calm down. Let's not act like it's a big deal. And I was playing around the grounds a little later on, and there was this, like, wooden crate over top of something that it shouldn't have been over top of, right? Like, it was way less quality than the actual mansion several feet from it. Like, it clearly shouldn't have been there. And I was playing with it, and I fell through one day. I fell through the crate, and I fell into this, like, it was like a pit, or a cave, I think is what you call it. And I was down there, and then these black creatures, these animals, swarmed me. And I was very, very scared again. And it was at this moment that I realized that I should use this creature, this animal, as a symbol. As a symbol for the rest of my life. So then I didn't have parents, so I went and lived with my aunt and uncle, my Aunt May and my Uncle Ben. And that went pretty well for a while, until one night I went out in some teenage angst, and I went somewhere I shouldn't, and my uncle went to go get me, and wouldn't you guys know it? There was another of these gosh darn muggers waiting for him. So he got shot again. Really silly kid stuff. Another story that happened to me, I was younger, this was jumping back. I was a part of a big family growing up. There was about 12 or 13 of us, and we went to go on vacation one time. And see, every other time we would do like a head check procedure to make sure, you know, all the kids are in the car before we leave for the vacation. And I found out later they did do the head check, but that there was another kid in my seat and they thought I was there when I wasn't. So I ended up staying in this house by myself. There's got to be a cleaner way of saying that. I don't know what it would be, but anyway, I was in this house by myself, and these two men just kept trying to break and enter into the house. This whole time my family was trying to get back to me, right? And I would do kid stuff, you know, like I'd put a tool chest where there normally wouldn't be a tool chest. Or Christmas bulbs underneath a window, because why would there be Christmas bulbs under that window? So I kept them out, and these two guys' names, they were Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci. They said they were the Wet Bandits, but I knew who they were. And also, this happened to me twice. 2 different times. First in Chicago, and then a second time in New York. And then I found out later it happened to a third kid another time, but it wasn't as much fun. Yes. So now you know a little bit about me. So it should come as no surprise, based on my overall appearance, that I recently attended a local theater production of Sabbatical the musical. Yes. It's the sound of nobody being surprised. I have a real Sabbatical look to myself. I didn't do it for fun, though. Nobody ever does that for fun. Nobody ever says, hey, I know, fun night out in town. I'm going to go see a local theater play. That never ever comes up. I had a friend in the play, that's why I went to the play. It is really tough to be a friend sometimes, you guys. You know, you're at a comedy show. It's especially tough when you're a comedian to go to something you know is stupid and have no way to express how stupid you feel this local theater play is. So the way I chose to deal with this at Sabbatical the musical was I did this, you guys. I texted my friend in the play thoughts I had about the play as they happened, in hopes that my friend would ruin this play for my own enjoyment. So my friend who played the Grinch in Sabbatical the musical, the first thing I texted my friend about a minute into the play was, I'm beginning to think you're not going to say the N-word. If you're not laughing at that, you're not picturing a grown man dressed as the Grinch accidentally saying the N-word. It's a very funny visual. A little later on in the play, Horton the elephant was romantically interested in a bird for some reason. And at that point in the play, I texted my friend, that elephant gonna fuck that bird. It's so much fun to say that. I'm gonna do it one more time, and I want you all to say it with me, just so you all enjoy it just as much as I do. That elephant gonna fuck that bird. That was a little sloppy. We'll do it a third time, and I'll have my rock star moment, and we'll be fine. One more time. 1, 2, 3. That elephant gonna fuck that bird. See, that's my lazy moment of the set, you know, like when you go to see like a rock show and you paid like $50 to see like Bret Michaels or somebody. And you go to see like Every Rose Has a Thorn, but he just doesn't have the pipes that night, so then he does this thing. And he's like, hey, you paid $50, you sing it tonight. I felt myself go stir crazy. Yes, I'm still doing Susical. I'm still at that play. That's how long I was at the play. The play lasted like 2 hours. And I felt myself go stir crazy at a certain point. And I had thoughts in my head that I couldn't even share with my friend that I've known for years. And those thoughts are this. What if I just fell in love with this local theater production of Susical the Musical? To the point of where I came to every single production that they had. I sat in the front row each time. I learned all the words to all the parts. I mouthed them at the performers as they said them, while simultaneously crying. But like a happy cry. Like I'm really proud of their achievement as a performer. Because they can't kick you out of a play for enjoying it too much. It's one of the loopholes of plays, right? But if they did, I had a fallback plan. And my fallback plan was this. I'd go across the street, and I'd start my own goddamn local theater production of Susical the Musical. An all-Jewish production. Tentatively titled Jusical the Musical. And look, unfortunately, we don't have the copyright laws that they do. So we're not going to have some of the classic characters that you're familiar with. Instead, we're going to have some characters that you're a little less familiar with. Characters like the Bat in the Hat. And Norton Hears a Whom. And everybody's favorite, the Grunch. Is the Grinch, and he's still got the Grinch outfit on. But he's also got a Kurt Cobain sweatshirt over the top. And he's really into grunge music. And not to spoil it for you guys, because I know you're all going to come see Jusical the Musical. But he does kill himself in the third act. The Grunch does kill himself in the third act. Listen, that Courtney Lou Who, she gets her hooks in you, and you just gotta kill yourself. It's the only way out of that situation. I'm thinking about selling my last words. I'm thinking about doing that. And I'm thinking about doing it and selling it for advertising. Because one, I think that'd be like a hilarious last joke to go out on. And two, I could make money that way. Right? That'd be good. It's always good to make money. Like, I'd ask for the money now, because I don't want it then. Because what are my dumb kids going to do with it? I don't like that idea. So anyway, like, yeah, I just imagine that scenario where I'm on my deathbed, hopefully surrounded by loved ones at an old age. And I just have to be like, kids, skocz closer, kids. Skocz closer. Son, there's something I've always been meaning to tell you, son. Go to Men's Warehouse. Trust me, son. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it. And then just die. Just immediately after. And look, I'm not picky either. Highest bidder, doesn't matter to me if it makes sense. Does not matter to me one bit. Again, same scenario. Ooh, get it quick, daddy's hurt. Ooh, daddy's about to die. Get it quick. Ooh, get it. Son! Get in the zone! AutoZone! And then just die. And then every morning for the rest of my son's life, he's going to AutoZone. Going, I think I'm making Dad happy. Alright, that'll do it for me. My name's Stratton. Thank you guys so much.